for our bilingual place. It's public opinion. And we have Miss Mary Terry today as our guest. And I'm gonna let her to introduce her. Miss Mary,
Good.
thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Miss Ramona. My name is Marie Terry, and I am actually running for East Point at Large City Council, Ward B, and that's actually for the whole city of East Point. It's a pleasure, honor for me to be here this morning.
Thank you, Miss Mary. And just reference for the audience, Ward B covers Colonial Hills, East Washington, Idlewood, Jefferson Park, River Park, Village of Egan Park neighborhood. Is correct, Miss Mary?
That is correct.
That's great. So, to the audience that is out there, put attention on that and meet Miss Mary Terry. I know she's very, you are very active in all these points on the community. Can you tell me how you began your career and, the activities you are doing for the community? Because I hear about you. Especially you work a lot with young people.
Yes, yes. In my endeavor, in my community, as well as all the communities in East Point, me and my team, we actually work at Jefferson Park Recreation Center, giving food at the center, and we also work with Marie Terry's Love Boxes, giving in my community at River Park, East Washington, and I have a lot of Hispanic customers over here on Palm Drive, where I live at in River Park. Have a lot of friendly neighbors there, and also in East Washington with my activity. Miss Joan Lyle, she lives over in East Washington. So we serve what we call the trailer park right there on Veterans Street and her neighbors. So my activities every day, each day, every week, Friday, Saturday, I'll get out and I'll meet my neighbors and I'll let them know that we're all a one big community. And my plans are to serve all cultures and diversity. That's what my plans are, and that's what I do. And I've been doing this for a while, advocating for the community, going to the city councils to make sure the policies and the ordinance for each and everybody is done correctly. I want them to know that we all are part of the community, whether we're across Cleveland Avenue, Main Street, and that's what I get out there and let them know. That's about my routine.
That's great, Miss Mary, and thank you for that. And I want to ask you, in your opinion, being outside on the community, and I'm from Mexico and immigrant. How difficult and how the embracing the immigrant community in East Point, in your opinion, in your point of view, being outside, how this is going? It has improving, or you feel immigrant community in East Point has been welcoming? And I'm talking about because there is recently and in the past it has been a lot. We can say a lot of things against immigrant community.
But I'll say this with me. The hardest thing for me is in the community, I don't speak the bilingual language. And I think that them being over here in my community, they're kind of scared to approach us and stuff like that. And some of us are scared to approach them. And in some areas, their kids, they play together, but they don't think that they are a part of the community because of some ways that they're being treated. I'm alienated, and it's just a small division of that because in some neighborhoods, they are not being welcoming in like they should. That's what I see. But my neighbors are Hispanic over next door, and I love Jason and them. I love them. I do. I love them, and that's what it is. They need to know more so that they are welcome in this community and that they have no reason to be frightened That's what I feel. And that's what I do. I love them. I work with one at Jefferson Park with our team. His name is George. And George stays over there in the trailer park. He comes every Wednesday morning, and then he goes to the church with us, and he serves there too. We're just letting them know, welcome. We want to welcome them because it's kind of hard for them to even, get with us because they don't know how we feel. But I want them to know that there needs to change. It really does. It really needs to change because I like them. They're people. I like being around them. I like serving them. I like to know what they know. I like to know what their cultures are so we can apply it to our culture, because together, that's power.
Yeah, that's very true. And like I say, as an immigrant coming a long time to the United States, and began from the bottom, knowing people and
Yes.
building myself and my family. I love to hear that, I love to hear that, especially for a person that is working for to be a leader for our communities, and not only Hispanic Latin community, but also, other communities that I have seen grow recently, like
Yes.
the Asiatic community, Indian
Yes.
community.
Yes.
So it is very important, the integration for that. Um, and I want to ask you, I know, all these cities that Wardby covers is a lot need of many things, socially, for the self community. What do you think are the most important, and what are you targeting? What, being candidate? What is the plan of work you have, Miss Mary?
Well, my plan is mostly is to go to the schools because most of the Latinos is in our schools, and you're speaking with the teachers, especially when they have their PTA meetings, trying to get them together. So that right there is a big part of coming together with the Latino, especially if me as a person can't speak the language, at least they know that when we come together with their kids, then we can kind of communicate in our community, as well as East Washington, as well as Colonial Hill, as well as the whole city. That is what I'm thinking about doing in the community to stay together with the Latinos. And I figure the school would be the biggest thing to come together because they have those meetings and also go to a lot of events when it comes to the Spanish heritage. Because they have one I think it's on the 4th, if I got through it. No, on the 10th. They have
Mm-hmm,
one at Tri-City High School. And if we
mm-hmm.
can get them to come together and go there to meet with them and gather with them, I think it'll be a better community and they'll feel more welcome, more family-like. We build that relationship. That's what I'm thinking. If we empower the community like that, each and every ward, each and every neighborhood association, each and every school, then they'll know we are one big community. They'll know that.
Yeah, yeah. And for years, I've been living in East Point for 23, 24 years already. And
Wow.
I've been seeing how it has been changing and how, more diversity has been in the schools. Some of my children went to Tri-City High School.
Yeah.
They were in Parkline, but now, I know it's traveling with a lot, to maintain the schools, maintain the system. And I would like, also in general, not only for the immigrant community or small communities, but in general, what are the programs you are doing right now or you are planning to open for young people? Because, part of the job for myself is to check on the young generation,
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, one of the programs I know down in Ward D, which is one part of the city of Eastbourne, I know that they want to build a recreation center. Even in Jefferson Park Recreation Center, we want to put some programs there to educate the Hispanic on what we do and how to live among us in our neighborhoods. So when you put those programs in there with experts that's going to come in, that's going to teach all cultures, everybody that could come in and learn about each other, I think there need to be a more vast program in the libraries, in the recreation center where they can come and sit and have meetings. That's what I plan on doing with the new recreation centers, and probably targeting the schools more to get with the principals and see if we can get more and more programs, even when they have the events at the city. So we need to be able to build more buildings with programs to educate them as well as ourselves about being here, so it won't be so hard when they go to different levels in the schools. So that's what I want to do, build a program empowering the Hispanic as well as the other children, so that they can know that they are worth what their worth are while they're amongst us and in our city. And the name of the program is Empowering Our Youth.
Mhm. That's great, and that would be, a big goal to accomplish
Yes, it
for
is.
anyone, like person that work in the community, candidates on good positions for the city. So hopefully, the community get together, because if they don't, that is a big part too, that we need to make they trust on us,
Yes,
and
yes,
believe that to change, because I know, unfortunately, a lot young people is on trouble. They don't find their way. They are looking for help, but many of the times it's now opportunities, now opportunities close to them, or yeah, a lot of issues around. And I because right now it's happening so many things on the politic environment, on
yes,
the, community environment. Elections come on
yes.
November. How you feel the environment? Because there I can feel it's a lot of opinions, a lot of division. How you working in the community, and also talking with other candidates, other person on leadership positions on the city, different cities you are. How you feel the environment? What is your opinion about?
About you, when you said the environment, you said what is my opinion about what's going on in the environment when it comes to Hispanic, or just the total city?
The total city, I
I
think,
mean, yeah, just
general, because
yeah, yeah, I can agree with you on this. There's a lot of issues and a lot of concerns, and the priority is to get our kids, because it's our kids that we need to focus on, because they're the future, and that's something we need to focus on. The environment is, different areas, different things are happening. And I think that each and every community needs to actually be on the same page when it comes to our children. Even with our schools, we need to be able to get the parents together and at the schools, wherever, so we can make the environment more better. Because with the kids, if they don't see us as parents coming together, talking, then they're gonna feel the same way. My mom don't do that. But I feel as though once we as parents in the neighborhood, neighbors, get together as a village, and that environment can change, even on the city council. I mean, that environment can change in each community if we get out as leaders and let them know that we're going to make sure there's programs for each and every neighborhood, so that and help change that environment, so they'll know that when we come together, we are as one. No matter your religion, I mean, your nationalities, we all are one. So the environment is very, very, it's very, very outstretched right now because of what's going on. Like you said, the pandemic with the president election, there's a lot going on, because right now we don't know where we're headed as far as the election is concerned when it comes to presidential. But I can say in the local election, we need to, which it starts at the bottom. Me, for one, I need to make sure that every resident know that there's a place for everybody. It's mostly our children, because it's our children that's coming after we're gone. So yeah, the environment needs to really be a little better than what it is when it comes to different nationalities and whether you're white, black, blue, green, gay or straight, Hispanic, Italian, Indian, we all live in this city. And I want it to be known. That's how I feel. And that's what I'm going to work on real hard to let the Hispanic know as well as anybody else know. We're one big city. We're putting our money into the city. We are stakeholders. So every program should be for our children, the senior citizens, the ADA, the parents, and mostly our schools, because that's why our kids learn at the schools. So yes, that's where I am with the programs and how I feel about the environment.
Thank you, Miss Mary. And yes, I'm agree with you that we have to strengthen our school system, especially. And also, I just want to point uh, there are I've been seeing I'm been listening for some parents, some friends. There is a lot need for special need children assistance on the schools.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think that approaching the opportunity, and I think
You're
that is
right.
something that we have to target very strongly because
Yes,
it's difficult for parents to get help when they have a special need children. And
yes,
resources, I know resources are low, resources are difficult to find. We cannot find locally. We have to travel so long. And keep in
yes,
mind, parents are not able to drive long distances or
yeah,
get into places. Language too is
yes. Language is a barrier too. But my thing, I have special need kids myself. I have 3 foster children, and they have ADHD and they got some bipolarism. And I have dealt with Park Lane, I've dealt with Paul D. West, and I've also dealt with Tri Cities. And when you talk with the social workers about them being special needs, you're right. They need more programs in the schools because with my son, he was going to Paul D. West, and the schools need to be facilitated more. And that means meeting with the superintendent of schools to see if we can provide that in the schools because they don't have enough programs for my child. He's on ADHD. They have to be in a lower class. They have to have special sit by the teacher, and stuff like that. They can't go down the hallway. They need an aid. So I understand that. So I'm fighting for that because I have special need kids myself. So with social workers, I've been talking with some of the social workers at the schools to see how we can get the programs in the school. Because right now he's going to Woodland Elementary, and some teachers, they're saying that the school classroom, they have too many students. So I figure I need to get together with, like I said, superintendent of school and tell them, look, we need to add more programs for these children with autism, ADHD, or bipolar, or put some A's in the school. We have to go there. So that's why I am with that with my kids, because I feel you on that issue, because it is a big problem. It is a big problem.
yeah. Yeah, thank you, Miss Mary. And for our audience, I hope, because many people really would like to meet the candidates, would like to talk to them, would like to make questions about
Yes.
issues that are important. So I hope our audience can, take a time to listen, take a time to know you, Miss Mary, and also put attention on the issues so they can participate it actively and
Yes.
help with a little bit, contribute, at least be
Yes.
present on the meetings, be present on the activities. So that help a lot. I know it takes time. You have to work, you have to do a lot of things in your house, but most of the times making things work
Yeah.
it means you have to work too,
Yes.
even if it's
Yes.
a little bit, you have to be present. So, Miss
Yes.
Mary, I have so many more questions, but I have to translate in Spanish because it also is very important the Hispanic and Latin community know
Yes.
who is running and who may, contribute great in the issues we all are interested,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But
Miss
with
Mary,
that,
before
uh,
before um, before we translate, can you provide with your contact email or page?
Yes, I will. I'll provide you with my phone number. It's 404-210-0964. And my email is start with two S's. It's SSHORTY341@gmail.com.
Okay. And everyone who wants to suggest and contact Miss Mary, please do. And she can work with everyone, I'm sure, because I know she's
Yeah.
very active outside on the community. Can you repeat your number, Miss Mary, and your email address, please?
Yes. My phone number is 404-210-0964. My email is two S's. SSHORTY341@gmail.com. And
Thank you,
y'all
Miss
call me. Just call me. You can come out the house. We'll sit and talk. I'll meet you wherever you're at. Have a cup of coffee. I'll be glad to talk with you. Be very glad to hear your issues and your concerns and see what we can come together and do to make each and every ward, wherever it may be, whoever, whatever culture, diversity, I'm willing to listen, and I'm gonna work hard for the Latino, Hispanic, all communities to make sure that those programs get in our school, because we need them. We need the programs for our children.
Yeah, that's very true. And just to let our audience know, like I always say, war is very hard. We are in need of so many issues to
Yes.
be completed and have a relief on those. But remember that it's not gonna build or change in one day. It's gonna build, we don't know, but if we start contributing to do a change. Uh, our grandchildren, our grandchildren gonna
Yeah,
live that change. Okay.
exactly.
Miss Mary, do you have a website?
Yeah, what's my website, ma'am? Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Website. It's short. No. Hold on, let me get it.
Okay. Yeah. And
Website.
yes,
Come
so
on, y'all.
if also you can check up on, I think you have a little bio on the city of East Point, right?
I didn't hear you, Miss Barada. What did you say?
Yeah, I think you have a little biography in the page for East Point City, right?
Yeah,
City of East Point. So
yeah,
the audience can go to check the bio for her
yeah,
candidacy. But she also have the website where you can go and check
yeah.
her job.
Yeah, we're gonna give you the website now. We're gonna put it in the chat. Put it in the
Mhm.
chat. Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
put the website. We're gonna put it in the chat.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna provide that once we got. So
Hold on.
I'm gonna translate. Oh, you have me, Mary?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm here. I'm here. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna translate in Spanish for our Hispanic and Latin community. Buenos días, muchas gracias a nuestra audiencia que está hoy con nosotros mirando WCEG Tal Radio. Hoy tenemos a Miss Mary Terry. Ella es una candidata a la ciudad de East Point por, el Ward B, que sería la parte que cubre el Ward B, es Colonia Hills, East Washington, Idlewood, Jefferson Park, River Park, Village of Egan Neighborhood. Ella estaría liderando esta parte de East Point, donde el interés de ella es implementar nuevos programas a la educación de nuestras escuelas. ella está muy interesada en la integración de la diversidad en East Point, en los diferentes departamentos. Ustedes saben que es la educación, me imagino salud, trabajar con la comunidad en las necesidades que tienen las personas. Para mí es importante y me da mucho gusto tenerla hoy. Muchas East Point es muy diverso, igual que la ciudad de Hayville, igual que Jonesboro, Riverdale, ya ahorita muchas ciudades de Georgia. Si no, Georgia completo es muy diverso. Pero si vives en East Point, creo que esta información, esta entrevista de hoy va a ser muy beneficiosa para conocer a la candidata, am, y sus propuestas, conocer qué es lo que el interés que ella tiene para proveer a nuestra comunidad y no nomás a nuestra comunidad hispana latina, pero también a nuestra comunidad asiática, india, pakistaní. No sabemos, muchos no salimos tanto de nuestra casa y no alcanzamos a ver cada pequeña comunidad o integrante de diversa comunidad, pero estoy seguro que mucha diversidad que tenemos en East Point. Entonces, tengo una información importante. Miren, si ustedes quieren comunicarse con Miss Mary Terry, ustedes pueden llamarla a ella por teléfono. Su teléfono va a estar apareciendo en la página de Facebook. Allí en los comentarios, allí van a encontrar toda su información. Por si ustedes tienen preguntas, tienen alguna petición que hacer, si necesitan alguna ayuda y ella tiene información, ella puede proveerla o referirlos a cualquier lugar. Por si alguien está interesado, voy a compartir el correo electrónico de ella, entonces lo pueden tener. Es shorty341@gmail.com. Pueden comunicarse con ella, mandarle un mensaje. Ella también tiene una página de website, se llama Working Together 6.wixsite.com/Make It Merry. Y también va a estar apareciendo en la página de Facebook por si ustedes quieren entrar y checar su información. Y también quiero recordarles que para votar, las votaciones tempranas son en octubre 15. La elección es en octubre, noviembre 5. Esa es la presidencial. Ahorita en este momento ustedes pueden entrar y pedir sus absent ballots, que son las boletas de ausencia por si están en otro estado, por si están estudiando la universidad en otro estado. Es importante. Y donde pueden entrar es en la página www.mvp.sos.ga.gov. Y también va a estar en el Facebook, en los comentarios de Facebook. Escuchen, si nada más ustedes tienen poco conocimiento de cómo manejar la computadora, ustedes pueden poner solo sos.ga.gov y los va a dirigir a la página del Departamento de Tesoro. Ellos ahí tienen toda la información para las votaciones, también para checar si ustedes están registrados a votar y listos a votar. Pueden entrar allí su información básica y allí les va a aparecer si están activos y dónde tienen que ir a votar. Thank you, Miss Mary. Les agradezco mucho su participación, y recuerden siempre, para cambiar las cosas, a veces no es inmediatamente, pero si todos participamos, si todos nos comprometemos con un poco en algo, se puede hacer poco a poco. A lo mejor nosotros ya no lo vamos a ver, pero nuestros nietos, nuestros bisnietos, nuestras generaciones nuevas, lo van a ver. Entonces, estén activos. Abramos nuestra mente, que es con las acciones como lo que se hace el trabajo. Entonces, recuerden, votar temprano es en octubre 15, nuestra votación presidencial es en noviembre 5 y pueden ir a sos.ga.gov para pedir sus boletas de ausencia, checar su estatus y cualquier otra información que ustedes necesiten. Les agradezco mucho que hayan estado con nosotros este sábado y los voy a ver el mes que viene con nuevos tópicos. Y cualquier sugestión, cualquier opinión, por favor, contáctenos. Somos WCEG Network. Y estamos al pendiente de las necesidades de nuestra comunidad. Nos pueden encontrar en Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Tenemos otros 12 plataformas donde pueden checar con más información. Y pues otra vez les agradezco mucho. Que pasen muy buen sábado. Thank you so much, Miss Mary. And I want to provide I want to provide important information to our audience today. So voter registration ends on October 7th. Be mindful, it's this Monday, okay? The information for Miss Mary going to appear on Facebook, on the comments for Facebook. So you always can go there and communicate with her, okay? Early voting begins on October 15th. The presidential election is on November 5th. So if you need to check up your status to be able to vote, you have to go to www.mvp.sos.ga.gov. Okay? To request your absence ballots is now, and you can go to the website for sos.ga.gov. Very important information, Miss Mary.
Yes,
And we're gonna put with the help of Miss Penny, our producer,
yes,
your information on the Facebook. So everyone who is interested in contacting you and get together
yes,
with you to see if we can resolve, a lot of the issues on the city. They can do it. And Miss Mary,
yes.
what is a message you want to give to the community? You know.
My message to the community, all communities, the whole East Point, is make sure you guys get out there and vote, because we have a president election, also a local election. And if you don't vote, you don't have a voice. We have got to vote the right way to move this city and our communities forward. We're stagnated, so I need you guys to take your neighbors, load up in your cars. Please get out there and vote. And I'm not going to be selfish, but get out there and vote for Marie. Make your vote count. Vote for Marie Cherry, who's going to empower this community to help out in all areas. I'm going to work hard, and I want you guys out there voting. Please vote for me. Call me. Come by Jefferson Park Rec Center and get in line and let me serve you, because I'll serve you every Wednesday at the Jefferson Park Recreation Center. Please call me though, because I do want to talk with you. I want to come to your community if I have to and talk with you. Go vote.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Mary. And I'm gonna give a message to all of our audience, because now is especially, I don't know, I feel, we are traveling with so much and we are listening so many messages for everywhere we going. Just like I always say, you look for a person that is, you feel
Yeah.
is, it can be there, is
Yes.
doing something, is really
Yes.
changing just a little bit, is trying to change.
Yes.
So it's very important now to
Yeah.
follow our feels, but also witness, you
Yeah.
know, the actions. And it's just everyone opinion. I just encouraging everyone to vote, to change a little bit this environment where we are living, but especially our children, because from this, next period of government is crucial.
Yes,
And it depends so much, a lot communities, but the generations to come and the way
yes,
the things are making, we can
yes,
improve or we can, stay on the same place.
exactly.
Um, and so that's why it's very important. I thank you so much, Miss Mary.
Okay.
You take the time to be with me today, and I hope we can get together in some other occasion.
I
Um,
hope so too.
you
I
know,
hope so too.
and yeah, so I also want to thank Miss Penny and the platform
Yes,
WCEG Network to give us this space that is very important to put out in the community, letting them know that we work and we interested to improve the place we are. Last
yes.
information I want to provide is if anyone needs a ride to the poll to vote, you can go to www.ridetothepoll.com. And you can find this information on the website for WCEG Network, but also check on the Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and the other platforms,
Yeah.
WCEG Network, for more information, for more topics.
All
Appreciate it so
right.
much, Miss Mary. I hope see you soon.
I
Thank you
hope
so
so.
much, WCEG Network. See you next month.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank everybody. Thank everybody.